everyone, and welcome to our Touch Base Thursday. And I'm just going to give it a couple minutes for everyone to get logged in here, including myself, so that I'm able to see all of you on this February 21st. Again, I'm just going to give a couple minutes. If you are out there and you see me and I am live, please comment. Want to make sure that you guys can all see me, that I'm visible okay in the camera. I have no helpers here tonight. I gave my daughter-in-law Nicole the night off, and my girls have dance tonight. So just got to make sure that you guys can see me good, and we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a couple of minutes. So hi Claudia, hi Denise. So yay, I look pretty good tonight with my with the way that I've spaced myself. So I was a little worried about that being by myself. Anyway, welcome everyone to Thursday, February 21st. For those of you that are new to my page, my name is Kim Vogel, and I have been a demonstrator for a little over 8 years, and I love what I do. I love sharing Stampin' Up! With everyone. I just think it's blessed me in so many ways, and so I love to share that with all of you. And I have lots of fun things to share with you tonight, a really amazing project that I think you guys are going to love. And so if you're out there, just keep saying hi. I see I've got a couple people already out there. So tonight I'm going to be sharing with you the Well Said bundle. It is one of my favorite bundles in our Occasions catalog. And I know I say that about a lot of my products, that they're my favorite, but this one truly is. The versatility of this product is amazing. And I think when you see some of the ways in which I've used it tonight, you're going to understand completely what I mean by that being very versatile. So anyway, first thing, for those of you that are new to watching me, I have giveaways that I do every week. And all you need to do to get involved or get included in my giveaways is to share my video on your page and let others know about me, and I give goodies away. I like to call it Facebook Live candy. So up for grabs from last week was a bolt of the Crumb Cake ribbon and the Whisper White Baker's Twine. So the winner of the ribbon for sharing my video last week, my Facebook Live last week, is Terry McNamara. So Terry, congratulations. I see Terry pretty regularly, so I'm hoping that she will, I'll get that to her shortly. Yes, I matched my backdrop. Yes, I do, Denise. That was done kind of deliberately. I wore this today to work, and then when I started to figure out which background I wanted to use, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna match. So that's what I did. And then the other winner of the White Baker's Twine is Jeanette Shaw. And Jeanette, I'm gonna need your mailing address so that I can get this in the mail to you. So thank you both for sharing my video from last week. Much appreciated. So if you share it this week, you have the chance of winning some more awesome things. This week I have a bolt of the Poppy Parade. This is the textured weave-in ribbon Poppy Parade. It came out in the holiday catalog, but it carried over, so it's still current, it's still available. So hi Sandy and Kay and Janie. So you're still able to get this awesome ribbon. So that is my first thing that's available. And again, if you share it, the second item available is the Tropical Elements little embellishments. These go with, there's a whole product suite in the annual catalog. So those are my items that you can win for sharing my video. Few announcements that I have for you guys before I continue. I have a few notes written down here. So I want to let you all know that my March online Stamp-A-Stack class registration opens tomorrow, and I will show you guys these cards up close when we transition to my stamp table. But I just kind of wanted to share with you the cards. They are these beautiful cards using the floral, I think it's called the Floral Romance paper, and I showcased this a couple of weeks ago, and I actually showcased these projects for you in these cards. Now the class is going to include a whole pack of paper. It's going to include these awesome embellishments, had that the wrong way, these little seal gold embellishments. It's going to include the little embellishment flowers, and I had it set to include this bolt of ribbon. However, this bolt of ribbon is on back order. I have a few that I already had, but the awesome thing with Stampin' Up! Is because everything color coordinates so well together that I'm going to be switching out the bolt of ribbon for some of the ruffled fresh fig ribbon, which is just as beautiful, and it will coordinate with all of these cards because it's in the color of the paper and the whole product suite. So the kit's going to be 16 cards. You make 4 of each one. And that, well, I'm getting ready that to go out tonight. And so you'll see it posted to my page, and emails going out and stuff on that tomorrow. And so I need to apologize to some of you. I've been a little bit quiet today, not so much, but yesterday I had computer problems, and I learned really quick how much I rely on my computer. Oh my gosh. So I had computer problems, and I was without a computer for the entire day while they redid some things on it. And was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday, sorry. Tuesday that I was without a computer, and it was awful. It's thrown me off yesterday and today, my to-do lists. So most of you know I'm a very structured to-do list kind of gal, and so I'm behind the 8 ball a little bit. But anyway, I have a new computer coming, and they managed to limp mine along enough for the next couple of weeks. So, but I cannot wait to get that new computer because I'm really struggling without that. So anyway, I want to apologize if you guys noticed that my Tuesday video came out on Wednesday, and my Wednesday emails are going to be coming out today. It's just been crazy. So anyway, that option, the Stampin' Stack that I just mentioned to you, there's going to be a couple options. One is just going to include the product and the cards, and one's going to actually include the awesome stamp set and framelits if you want those to go with it. So anyway, the next thing I wanted to mention to you is talk to you a little bit about my virtual party that I'm doing February 27th. I know some of you have are already in that group, but I am doing my first ever virtual party, and I am really excited. And you're probably saying, what in the heck is a virtual party? So consider it like a Stampin' Up! Party, but from the comfort of your own home. So pretend that you're the host and you have people watching you. It's kind of what it's going to be like. I'm going to be doing some Facebook Live demonstrations throughout it. It's a separate group. So you need to tell me if you want to be added to it, and I'll get you added to it. But it's a separate group that I have created, and I'm going to be doing these online virtual parties about once every 2 or 3 months, depending on how well you guys like them, because I like to get the feedback from all of you on what you think of them. And but basically I'll be doing some Facebook Lives, some stamping presentations. I'll be posting a couple of YouTube videos out there for you to watch. I'll be posting some games for us to interact on and have fun with. All kinds of fun things. It's going to go from 6:30 to 8:30 in a Facebook group, and you don't have to be there the whole time. But there are some amazing ordering incentives for simply putting in a $30 order during that 2-hour time block. I don't want to give away all my secrets, but I have lots of prizes up for grabs that night. One of them is the Bloom by Bloom stamp set and coordinating punches. Again, these are all prizes that I'm going to be giving away at my virtual party. One is the awesome Tea Together stamp set and the coordinating framelits. These go together. This you have to buy. This is a celebration item, so you can only get the framelits if you put in a $100 order, but it's one of my prizes for my virtual party. And then the other item, I still have a few more things up my sleeve for prizes. I'm only sharing a few with you guys. But the other thing I have up for grabs as a prize is what I'm showcasing for you tonight. Yes, I'm going to be giving away the Well Said stamp set and coordinating framelits. This is a $76 bundle, and I will show you these framelits in more detail in just a little bit, but this is also going to be one of my prizes for my virtual party on February 27th, 6:30 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you'll be able to order through that night at midnight. So if you're not able to catch the virtual party during the actual party, if you still do the order, you still get into some of these drawings to win these awesome prizes. Just please comment on here and let me know if you are not in that virtual party yet, and I will get you added. But it is this coming Wednesday, the 27th of February. It's not in place of my Facebook Live. It's a separate little event that I'm doing. It's free. There's no obligation to order, but it's just a fun night of stamping and creating and sharing lots of fun things with you. So either send me a private message or comment on here if you'd like me to add you if you are not added to that yet. Next is my online bingo. My online bingo is scheduled for March 6th, and I have packets that need to go out by the middle of next week. And so if you haven't registered for my online bingo yet, feel free to scroll through this page or over on my group, or again, send me a private message and I will send you the link. It's a lot of fun, $40, and you get to make 4 make and takes. And actually the cards that I'm going to be showing you tonight, so sneak peek for those of you doing online bingo and watching me, My cards tonight are actually going to be your make and takes. You know, the whole work smarter, not harder thing. As I was making your make and takes, it's kind of what gave me the idea of showcasing this amazing bundle for you guys. So your make and takes you're going to be seeing tonight, but it includes 4 make and takes and embellishment. In this case, it's a bolt of ribbon. You guys will be able to see the ribbon you're going to be getting, and you're also going to be able to win prizes. I have 4 bundles that I have ordered. I ordered them last night, and I'll be posting those in the next couple days, but I believe I bought the Happy Tails, which is the dog stamp set and punch. I believe I got, I'm trying to remember, there are 4 new ones. They're not, I didn't duplicate any of them from my previous bingo night. So all new prizes. And yes, Marianne, you already know that you'll be a part of Wednesday. I'm excited that you're going to be there. So anyway, like I said, it's my first ever virtual party, going back to that Wednesday night. So I really want your guys' feedback. You're going to be hearing that a lot throughout the evening, because I want to be able to make it better and that kind of thing for you. So online bingo is March 6th. My face-to-face bingo, 3rd time's the charm. We had to reschedule yet again. I didn't want to do my face-to-face bingo last night in case the weather got bad, and I debated because here it wasn't bad yet, but I'm glad that I canceled because by 6:30, 7 o'clock, we had freezing rain. So those of you that might want to come to my face-to-face bingo, it is March 5th now, so it's the night before my online bingo, but I still had 2 openings in that, so if any of you want to come to that, you may. But anyway, so yes, that's always a lot of fun playing bingo. Celebration second release is still going strong, and I will tell you that painted Seasons paper and stamp set is going like crazy. I'm hoping they have enough of that to keep it going for a while because it's awesome. However, there are a few things on the first round of Celebration that have sold out already, and I need to at least let you know about them. Now, while I'm sad they're gone, I also view this as wow, because it's amazing that they're selling out of these things. It means that Stampin' Up's right on target with the things that we love and the things that we want. And so when they sell out of something, I actually view that as being successful. I know it can be frustrating, but I view it as being successful. And so some of the things that you can no longer get from our first release Celebration are the Grapefruit Grove and Lovely Lipstick foil sheets. They have depleted their inventory on those. The Butterfly Elements, which are the wooden butterflies, they've depleted their inventory on those as well. Most of you know the Organdy ribbon is gone as well. And the other thing that we just got notified of today is the Precious Parcel Card Kit. That is also sold out. Now, I will tell you that I have a few of these items, a limited supply quantity. If there is something a project you were working on or something you were doing where you really were waiting on these products, please let me know and I'll figure something out for you, because I know that's kind of frustrating. On the flip side of that if you're trying to work on something and you don't have the products that you were counting on. So let me know. I'm happy to help with that if I can. But other than that, everything else is still available, still going strong. The joining promotion is still an awesome opportunity. I know I have a handful of you still thinking about it. It's $175 of product. You get $76 for free. So basically you're getting 43% off all these products because that's the percentage. But you get $175 of product and you only pay $99 plus tax. So you pay $106.94. If you want to add on that amazing bag, it's $30 more and you pay $129. So that goes through the end of March, but please don't delay. There's lots of things that I can offer you as being part of the Basement Bunch Stampers team. The camaraderie of my gals, it's amazing that I have a great team, and so we'd love to have you be part of it. With that, I am going to transition down to the stamp table, and I'm going to actually first show you guys a sneak peek of the 4 cards that I've created with the Well Said bundle. And then I'm going to actually teach you how to make an amazing card and gift bag. That's your project that I'm going to teach you today. I'm really excited about this because what I'm going to be showing you is something that I know every single one of you will be able to use in your gift giving needs and gift giving of different things. It is an amazing, amazing project. And again, I always encourage you guys, if you make something that I've shown you, or even just make something in general, please share it with me. That is the biggest compliment that you can give me. It's kind of like a teacher. You know, a teacher likes to see how well their students do on their tests and see those A's and B's. I'm the same way. I like to just see what you create and know that, you know, like, oh, cool, I taught them how to do that. So it feels really good. And that is the biggest compliment anybody can give me when my Stampin' Up! Business. Yes, I love it when you guys love my projects. I love it when you tell me my projects are beautiful. But for me, it's when you create them and you say, look at what I did as well. So with that, I'm going to transition my camera down to my stamp table. And I'm going to share with you the cards first. And I have a few other things I want to show you. And then I'm going to show you the cute little gift bag that I'm going to be showing for you tonight. Now, I will tell you that after my Facebook Live, I know I've got to go pick up my girls from dance, so I'll be a little bit later commenting on all of your comments, but I try to get to them the same night. But I will be posting the measurements for this bag in the description of this Facebook Live video. So they will be there for you to keep. I also wanted to make sure you guys are aware that there's ways in which you can save this Facebook video, not to your phone, not to your computer, but after it's all done, don't do it now, but after it's all done, there's 3 little dots, and there's a little button that says save, and if you save that, it saves it into your Facebook underneath the saved items in your Facebook. So there is a way that you can save this video that way. The other way is I post all of my Facebook Live videos on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, I usually do that the next day. So if you haven't subscribed to me, just search for Kim Vogel on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and you will also be able to watch the replay of this Facebook Live, and at that point you can fast forward to the project or whatever, but so that you will have options in which that you can watch this again. I get asked that a lot from everyone, like, how do I make sure I keep this project? I want to make it later. So there's a couple different ways in which you can do that. So I hope that was helpful. So with that, let's transition down and let's have some stamping fun. So, most of you know that a few weeks ago I shared with you the Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper. And I really liked the paper. I didn't like it when I first saw it at the Stampin' Up! On stage that we went to a while back. And then I come to actually love it. So, let me get this here tight first before I jiggle, jiggle, move, move, right? Let me zoom in here a little bit so that you guys can see these cards. So, sneak peek, Penny, Cindy, if you're watching, sneak peek that these are your make and takes for online bingo. Nice and bright and pretty, and I really like them. So, let me zoom in here just a smudge. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So these are the make and takes for my online bingo. So if you would like to still participate in that, you may. I have about, I'd say 4 or 5 openings left. Can everybody see it okay? I'm seeing some of you are commenting that there's some issues, but I'm hoping you guys can see everything okay. So what I did was first of all, I went to my paper supply to find some paper that I had lots of that I was able to use to make these cards. And I must have really liked this bright paper because I have 3 packs of it. Yeah, 3 packs of it after already making it in a card class and with my scrapbook club. So anyway, again, I must really, really like it. But look how pretty these cards are. So when I was creating with this bundle, I decided to use a lot of paper, and they're going to actually get the whole bolt of ribbon, so they'll be able to be able to make additional cards using that ribbon as well. So let me bring in the catalog and show you a little bit about this bundle. So this bundle, like I said, is a $76.50 bundle. It's called Well Said. It's got a stamp set with lots of different greetings and sentiments on it. And it also coordinates with these awesome little framelits here on the bottom of the catalog. Now the neat thing with this is you can mix and match these greetings or the sentiments with these framelits. So in this case, on the card sample here in our catalog, it says they stamped Get Well from the stamp set. Wishes is cut out from the framelit. Sending healing thoughts your way, friend. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that kind of cool? And here it says sending thanks to you. Happy birthday. There are so many different things you could do with this stamp set. And some of these sentiments are even good for the inside of your card as well. So in my cards today, And I kept these cards, except for this one right here. I'm going to actually start with these 3. So these 3 cards kind of follow the exact same pattern as far as making them. I started with a piece of cardstock for my base that's cut 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And that becomes, you know, the base of my card. And then I have a mat and a piece of designer series paper. And again, each time you go down, it's 1/4 of an inch. So it's 5 1/4 by 4 and 5 by 3 3/4. And I simply paired some of the cardstock with the paper that was in the pattern. And so this one I used the Poppy Parade and I used the Blushing Bride. This one here, I wanted to pull out that beautiful Berry Burst color. So I did that, paired it with the Old Olive from the Leaves. And I incorporated the ribbon on these. And so what I did, let me bring in my framelits. So you guys can see them in detail here because you get a ton of framelits. So these are the framelits. I put mine on some magnetic sheets so that you can see them. They cut out really, really easy. I was really kind of worried about how well they might cut out. But these cut out really, really well. And they also have some other awesome little designs here as well. So this is one that I used on this card right here and cut that out. And the same with the bird that you see right there. The bird is this one right here. So again, very, very simple. There's no stamping whatsoever on this card right here. This card is all using the framelits and adding the different colors, incorporating in, you know, coordination of colors. So it is the Old Olive, the Berry Burst, and the Night of Navy. You know, but like I said, that is exactly the thing with Stampin' Up! Is the coordination is there for you to be able to, you know, make simple, easy cards. So again, you get lots of framelits, lots and lots of framelits, and your stamp set comes in 2 cases. So it comes like this right here. And I had not even finished mounting all of mine onto their stickers yet because I just wanted to start designing. I'm crazy that way, but I just wanted to start designing. Now, if you're unable to do my bingo and you're liking these cards, you can also get them for free by placing a $30 order. Let me bring that in here. So what I'm offering tonight is you'll get 3 of my 4 cards plus the supplies to make my gift bag for free with a minimum $30 order. You take your order to $50, you get a free celebration item as well. So anyway, my host code is here. However, if you go to my website at kimsbasementbunch.com, everything is right there in the top right hand corner, and you wouldn't even need to worry about writing anything down because everything is right there for you. And I try to keep it simple that way, but I like to always at least mention my ordering special. I always offer something. This is good through Sunday night, and so if you place any $30 order using this host code, you will get a package in the mail to make 3 of these cards plus the gift bag that I'm going to be sharing with you in just a moment. So anyway, again, bingo ladies, if you really like these cards and you want a second set of them, you same thing, put in that order. Although I know most of you doing my bingo are also part of my scrapbook club, so I know that you have to pick and choose, and I completely understand that. So anyway, these cards again were very simple. I wanted to make them easy and duplicatable, and that is the whole purpose of why, you know, they're plain. They're nothing too fancy about them. Literally, it's just a piece of cardstock with some of the words "Sending Love," "Happy Birthday," and this one I actually used the layering ovals and did sending. This one I didn't actually cut out a piece of cardstock for it. I actually just stamped the sending sympathy on there. But aren't these cards gorgeous? I think they're just so pretty. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about before I get into my gift bag is I want to make sure I show you guys my March Stamp-A-Stack class up close and personal. I know that you guys have seen these cards a while back, but I want to make sure you see them one more time. Sometimes it's easier to see them this way than it is on a picture. So this is my Stamp-A-Stack class. It's going to be going live tomorrow for the month of March. I shouldn't say March. I call it my March ordering special because I have to get my March Stamp-A-Stack class because I got to get everything ordered and get it to you guys, and you'll get it in March. So I should maybe clarify that a little bit more. But these are the cards using the awesome paper. Now I will be substituting if this ribbon does not come in time. It's on back order with Stampin' Up. I will be substituting this bolt of ribbon for the Fresh Fig ribbon. It's the ruffled ribbon that is in our annual catalog. And the neat thing is, that's the joy of it, is that it's going to coordinate and it's going to match and it's going to look just as pretty. So anyway, those are the Stamp-A-Stack cards that I'm going to be offering for the month of March. And the other thing I wanted to mention to you is Paper Pumpkin. So Paper Pumpkin came yesterday, and I purposely have not opened it up yet because I saw what's in it online. Other people have posted what's in it, but I wanted to share Paper Pumpkin with all of you because I wanted to give you another idea of how Paper Pumpkin works. So Paper Pumpkin comes in the mail every single month. It comes in this awesome little box that you see here, and it actually comes right through the mail, right to my house. And this one's actually in my daughter's name because Natalie gets one as well, and her and Claire make it together. But this time, I opened up the box, and I just cut it, and oh, they are advertising this. So some of you may have seen me post about this, but Paper Pumpkin is turning 6. So in March, everybody who subscribes for Paper Pumpkin from now through March 10th, they're going to be giving you a bonus stamp set, a free stamp set in your Paper Pumpkin box. And I'm going to guess that the Paper Pumpkin box is going to look like this. Sometimes they're not always orange. Sometimes they are different colors and things. But this is how your Paper Pumpkin comes. So you get a stamp set. I don't know if you guys can see the stamp set very good, but you get a stamp set. And you also get with it a little ink spot. Sometimes you actually get 2 of them. So this is perfect because it includes all of the supplies you need to make the projects except for any adhesive. So these are great for on the go. It comes in this pretty blue packaging. And then inside of it, you go, ooh, it's so pretty. Inside of the blue, or in the blue paper here, let me get the box out of the way now. That's how pretty it comes. But inside of it is the awesome supply kit, and this one's called Grown with Kindness, and then the instructions are actually behind here, but it includes all of the supplies to make the cards that are shown here on the front. Hoping you guys can see them. And I know that my friend Shireen just signed up to receive Paper Pumpkin. I'm curious to know if she liked her first kit, because this was the first one that she got. But this kit comes in the mail every month. It ships the 11th of the month. The cost is only $19.95, and that includes your shipping. There is tax on top of that. So whatever your tax rate is for the state in which you live in, here in Michigan it's 6%. But this kit comes in the mail every month, and you never know what it is until you open it up. But it always includes everything that you need to make the projects. Now, your very first month, you will also get a stamp set so that you're able to adhere the stamps to the block. But this is a great alternative for those of you who like to craft, but sometimes don't want to have to worry about designing something, or you're in a pinch and you need a card. Paper Pumpkin to the rescue. So anyway, I hope that you guys consider joining that and taking advantage of the free stamp set during the month of March. The other thing is that you are able to also skip months here and there if you want to. You just log on to your account and say skip this month, and no problems asked, you can skip. Very customizable, and there's no obligation that you have to be in it for 5 months, 10 months. It's whatever you would like to do. You can do it for 1 or 2 months, and if you don't like it, you can say, I need a break from it. So, okay, with that, let me get to the project that I really want to showcase for you guys. So again, I know I showed you guys these awesome framelits. They're really hard to read, but you know, you get welcome, you have there's everything in here. You name it, it's in here. And I use these framelits on the gift bag that I'm going to share with you next. So give me a moment to get myself organized here and make room for this project, because it is a fairly big project, and I want to make sure that I have all the space that I need to share it with you guys, because it is so cool. Okay, you guys ready? Give me some thumbs up if you're ready to see the project. I had to tell you, this is probably one of my favorite projects ever. Okay, here it comes. Ta-da! Look at this awesome gift bag. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see how big this bag really is. I'm going to lay it this way. You can kind of see. But this is the bag that I'm going to be showing you how to make. And it has a little holder here for your card to clip right on. Can you guys kind of see that? Look at that bag. And then my card coordinates. So there's my card and my bag. So my card coordinates, and slides right down on here for a great little gift-giving gift and card all in one. Is this not the coolest thing ever, you guys? I'm sorry. I love it. I love it, love it. Like, I love this project. And I'm going to actually show you guys how to make this. Now, you're probably wondering, how sturdy is the bag? It's fairly sturdy. Now, if you are going to be putting like a candle in here or anything heavy, I would suggest that you measure the bottom of the bag. And I would suggest that you put like a piece of cardstock in there, a piece of cardstock from like your paper that you get, or just old shoebox or something that you can put in there to make that a little bit sturdier. But the other thing that you could do is you could also put holes here on the sides, and you could incorporate a handle on the bag so that you actually have a handle that goes with it. I'm hoping you guys can kind of see the bag okay. I know it's kind of big in my screen here, but I will be posting pictures of this as well on my blog tomorrow at kimsbasementbunch.com. And like I said, you guys can also get all the supplies you need to make this awesome card and bag by putting in a minimum $30 order. So let's go ahead and get started making this bag. Well, before I do that, let me tell you that you're going to be using a lot of designer series paper. So when I started making my projects for tonight, I was like, okay, Kim, you have all this designer series paper of this wonderful needlepoint Nook. You need to use it. So I encourage you guys to use your paper. We need to quit hoarding our paper. I'm the same way. There's certain paper I just don't want to use, but why keep it forever? Use it. And so that's kind of what I've done on these projects. That's why you'll remember those cards I showed you had a whole layer, a whole mat just given to them alone for those cards. So to make these bags, you are going to need 2 pieces of coordinating 12 by 12 cardstock. And yes, you need the full 2 pieces, so you have to be willing to use your cardstock in order to, or your paper in order to make this project. And the only thing you have to remember is all of your scoring is going to be either a 3-inch or a 1-inch. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, I think, so you guys can see a little bit better. Oh, I'm glad you guys are liking this project. I'm loving it as well. So I can see making these like for craft shows or all kinds of stuff. Okay, so my first piece of cardstock or paper here is the 12 by 12, and I'm leaving it 12 by 12. I'm not cutting it. And I'm going to be scoring this on all 4 sides. On one side, it's going to be scored at 1 inch, and then on 3 sides, I'm going to score it at 3 inches. So let me do the 1 inch first, and keep in mind you want to score and not cut, because I have cut this before. So I'm scoring at 1 inch on one side, and then I'm going to be scoring it at 3, 3, and 3. Now remember, if you're not able to write these measurements down, it's okay. I will be putting the measurements for this bag in the description of the this video on YouTube, and this will also be getting posted to my YouTube channel. Just search for Kim Vogel on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. And you will be able, and I'll actually be calling this the gift card or bag with a gift, or, you know, oh, what's the words I'm looking for? The bag and card, coordinating card, something like that. Okay, so that's all the scoring that I need to do on this one. I'm going to move that one out of the way. Now your next 12 by 12 piece of paper, we are going to be cutting off. Penny, you are not a hoarder. I don't believe you for one bit. I don't believe you for one bit, because I know, Penny, you have a lot of paper. Penny and I talked about this before at a couple of events that I've seen her at. So on this one, we are going to be cutting off a 4-inch piece of designer series paper, okay? So you're going to cut this off at 4, and you're going to put this to the side, because this is what you're going to be using to make your card later. So now we have a piece of designer series paper that's 8 inches by 12 inches. And this one we're going to be doing the opposite. This one we're going to be scoring at 1, 1, and 3. So the bottom of the bag is where you're going to be scoring it at 3. So it's got to be one of the 2 short sides. So it's completely the opposite. Remember, the other page we scored 1, 3, 3, 3. This one is going to be 1, 1, 1, 3. Okay? So hi, Karen. So this one I am going to score at 1 inch. And this is where you want to make sure you get that cutting blade out of the way, because I just used it to cut that cardstock or that piece of paper off. And you don't want to accidentally cut your paper instead of scoring it. So I'm going to score this at 1. So yeah, all you got to remember is 1, 1, 3. And there's another 1 inch. This one's going to be at my 3 inches. That's the bottom of the bag. And then this is my last one that's going to be done at the 1 inch. And then we're going to get the scoring trimmer thingy out of here. And then we're going to be doing some cutting and gluing. So let's start with this little one first. What you're going to do is you are going to, oh, did I not cut? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. It's always hard, you guys, when you're on camera or on film, afraid of making mistakes, but you know what? Sometimes it might happen. I'm going to actually fold on these score lines first, so that way we have some good crisp folds here. That's all I'm doing right now. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to fold down the 1 inch. That's going to be the top of my bag. Okay, so if you remember correctly, that, oh, wait a minute, this isn't the right one. I showed you guys a different one. Yes, I made a second one, and a third one, and a fourth one. But anyway, that's going to be where I glue down the top 1 inch part of my bag. So now if you do not have a strong bonding adhesive, I suggest that you purchase Stampin' Up's Tear and Tape. I still have Fast Fuse, and for the purpose of my video today, I'm using it. I'm trying really hard to give it up, but Tear and Tape takes a little bit longer to apply down there and to be able to peel off the backing. So to keep my video under my time frame of about 45 minutes for you guys, I'm using my Fast Fuse. I'm then going to cut up to this score line, that 3 inch score line on both sides. Maybe. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive along. You gotta make sure you fold that really good again. I'm going to put some adhesive along this entire edge. And I'm going to put some adhesive along the other edge as well. And you'll see why here in just a moment. And then I'm going to put some adhesive, well, I'm just actually going to just glue this up and in here. So this is going to then come up and in. I'm lining up that seam. And this the same way is going to come up and in. And I've already applied some adhesive to that outer edge. Okay, so can you see that very first little part of my bag? Now, this is adhesive, so I don't, and it's really sticky, so I don't want to get that in the way of anything else. So I'm going to set that one to the side. And I'm going to bring in my full piece of 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. This is the one that we scored at 3, 3, 3, and 1. So I'm going to fold all of these as well. The 1 inch is the one that comes down to be my, again, the top of the bag. And then I'm going to fold in this one, and that one, and this one. So anybody who's on my team got a sneak peek of this bag the other night because I had a team meeting. So if any of you are thinking about joining my team and you're like, oh, but I live long distance, I do Facebook Lives with my team so that they can be involved in my meeting. And we also do a swap where they can send their swap in so that they can still participate in our group swap. But they got, I asked them if they wanted me to do a little sneak peek of this, and they all said yes. And so I was able to make this for them. So they were my practice people. And they really liked it as well. So anyway, I'm now going to cut in on these two score lines up to the same thing, up to that same line. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to glue these on the inside. So there's my other part of the bag. So I'm going to put some adhesive on this part. Again, if you do not have a good, strong bond, this bag could fall apart on you. So Stampin' Up's Tear and Tape is amazing and works really, really good for that. So, and again, I'm going to line up those seams. Hoping you guys can see this okay. And same thing here. I'm lining up that seam with this piece of paper and sticking it down good. And then you just want to make sure that you have this folded really good, because where you put this double layer of cardstock on, sometimes it likes to pucker a little bit. So there's the other part of your bag. Isn't it amazing? So now what we're going to do is we are going to put some adhesive down on the inside. So this is the part. We're going to put it on the inside of this. And what we're going to do is we are going to smack these two together, okay? So I'm going to put some adhesive down on the inside here. And this is where if you, you know, want to make sure you have lots of adhesive, because you want this to stick really good. Okay, so I got lots of adhesive down on the inside of that. And I am going to bring in the other piece that I did. Now remember, I have adhesive on these sides, and that's going to adhere to that part. So I'm going to start by putting in here bottom to bottom. And this is where I'm hoping I don't screw up on you guys. So bottom to bottom, and then I'm going to line these up, these seams up as well. Okay, make sure I get that in there good. Here we go. So that's lined up. It's not perfect because of course I'm on video and I can't get the greatest fold, but there you have your awesome bag. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so the next thing I want to share with you is, I do have to fix my one seam, but that's okay. So the next thing I want to share with you is how you put the hanger on to this card. So I then have a piece of cardstock. It's not going to match the greatest, but hey, this color's in here a little bit. But you have a piece of cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So it's 5 1/2 by 2 1/4. Okay. And what you're going to do is you are going to use your classic label punch. Now, if you have our old word window punch, it'll work the same way. There's no point in buying a second. I mean, I'm a firm believer in using what you have, but we need to make the slit in this. Let me bring in my other sample. We need to make the slit in this piece of cardstock right here for your card to be able to hang in there. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of cardstock and you're going to put it all the way into the back of your punch. And you want to line up this edge right here with your punch, right, the edge to edge. And you're going to punch. And then all you're going to do is move this down, making sure you keep that lined up with the back of your punch. Whoops, I moved it. And keep right on going, lining up this end as well. So I'm a little off, but you guys get the gist of it. It's harder to do that when you have to make sure you hold it under the camera for all of you guys to see. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to put adhesive along just this top edge. So I only put adhesive on the top edge of this right here. And I'm going to adhere this to the top of my bag right underneath this little seam right here. I'm just kind of centering it there so you can see it's only glued down by the top. And now we're going to bring back in this piece of paper that we've cut. This is the 4-inch strip that we cut off of our designer series paper. And we are going to cut 1.5 inches off of this. We only want this to be, was it 8? And I forget, but we're going to cut 1.5 inches off. So I'm going to cut 1.5 inches off. And then I am going to fold this in half. And this is what we are going to use for our card. And so this becomes our actual card. And then you're going to cut a piece of cardstock. This is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And you're going to glue this back part onto here. So it's a kind of a different kind of card. It's using your designer series paper. Yes, Penny, I know you can do this. It's using your designer series paper as your card instead of a piece of cardstock. So I'm going to put some adhesive onto, I actually put it onto here. So this is Operation Stop Paper Hoarding. I know that you guys can do this. And I'm going to adhere this onto that, like so. Okay. And then if you wanted to, I didn't take the time to cut one for my purposes of my demonstration tonight, but on my sample, I cut a piece of white cardstock to put on the inside so that I could write my message on there. So you could do the same thing here. You could cut a piece of white cardstock to put on here. And then from there, you're just going to decorate this. So I cut a piece of cardstock. I'm actually going to kind of mimic the exact same one that I did on this sample. So I'm going to adhere a piece of cardstock. This, I believe, is 2 inches by 4, 2 by 4. And I'm just going to adhere this down to my card. Again, quick and simple, nothing fancy about these cards. I've cut out an oval using the layering ovals, and I'm going to eventually adhere that down with dimensionals, but I've also cut out the words. So because there was some blue in this bag, I've cut out the words, love you. So we would just simply adhere the love you down to this oval. I'm not taking the time to actually do all this because I don't want to keep you guys on the camera with me here forever. And a little heart, so love you. And then we would just simply hang that inside of our bag like this. Isn't that an awesome project? Isn't it an awesome project? So, I mean, this is something you could do for Christmas, for birthday, for Mother's Day, for just about anything. And it's a nice wow. People are going to say, did you make that bag? And you can say, I sure did. But it's an, you know, if you get in a bind and you're like, I don't have a bag to put this little gift in, even if you're going to be giving cards as a gift, you can put cards inside this bag. I think it's such an awesome little project. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed all of my stuff that I demonstrated for you tonight. I'll bring in the bag that I teased you with earlier and show you that one as well. This one I did all in blues. Same kind of thing. I made the card the exact same way with just the backing on it. So it kind of decorates your bag for you as well. So you don't have to worry about decorating your bag. The card decorates the bag for you. And I guarantee it, if you make these bags, you are going to have lots of people loving this because it's a nice little wow bag. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed my projects that I shared with you tonight. Again, online bingo players, these are your make and takes sneak peek. I hope you guys don't mind, but that's what kind of inspired me to showcase this bundle for you tonight as I was making your make and takes. A reminder for anybody who may have joined late, if you put in a $30 order with me from now through Sunday at midnight, you will get all the supplies for, well, you actually get these 3 cards made, and you'll get the supplies sent to you to make one of those gift bags. That's too hard for me to make and send to you guys. So anyway, thank you all for stopping tonight. I really hope that you've enjoyed this awesome project, and I hope that you guys all give it a try, and know that it's okay if you waste a little bit of your paper trying, because that's what's gonna, you know, make you even better at making those awesome bags. So anyway, next week I'll be going spring on you guys. I am ready for spring. I'll be showcasing some projects, some 3D projects and some cards just in time for spring, and I'll be using some of the images from the Fable Friends stamp set that I had given away earlier. I think it was maybe last week. So anyway, thank you all so very much for stopping and watching me tonight, and I look forward to seeing you all back here next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks everyone, and have a great rest of your evening and a wonderful weekend. Bye.